Hey, what's up? I'm glad you made it here. This is Roder MMA Bet, and this is arguably the most comprehensive and profitable betting channel advice for MMA fights in YouTube. I have been betting MMA and the UFC for 8+ years with consistent results, and that's what you're gonna be getting here. This is a quick intro, and you're gonna be seeing soon the results track I'm referring to, the fights breakdown, and how I'm betting the card. Feel free to leverage my strategy, but take it with a grain of salt, as this is your money on the line. If you like this idea, you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Enjoy the analysis, let me know your thoughts on the comments sections down below, and good luck with your bets. In this video I'll be covering UFC 255, the prelims. If you are familiar to my channel, you know how to use this spreadsheet to your best interest. If you trust my analysis from previous fights, feel free to leverage it. You know how to use these numbers, you know what this color code means. If you don't, I'm going to be showing now what I mean by the most consistent and transparent betting strategy. I'm keeping track of everything from July this year from this is adding up to 243% profit from the start of this channel, or 51% extra from the starting money. I'm also separating this in low, high, medium, low confidence results, and how this is adding up in each one of the lines, right? So basically I'm also separating this in charts, so you can see visually how did I do on each month, and also, like I said, on this separating high, medium, and low confidence bets, what is the profit in each one of these subsections, okay? Also, the color code means the confidence level or my advice, so I'm betting these guys at low confidence level, that's what the red is, and with these percentages here, alright? So I'm gonna be breaking down the fights now. Like I said, this is gonna be the prelims of UFC 255. If you are interested in the main card, there's already the video up, and there's a link in the description. Alright, so let me start off with Nicolas Dalby versus Daniel Rodriguez. Good fight out of the bat. I like this fight. It's an interesting one. It's a good matchup, and each of these guys have the style to beat each other. Daniel Rodriguez, he's the bigger guy, both by height and reach, and also by size. The guy is very big as a welterweight, has very good boxing. He's not he doesn't have that technical boxing, like a boxer, pure boxer, but he has a very good boxing adapted style for MMA. He throws good straight punches, he can go hooks, and he has got a very good timing when the opponent comes in. He uses his reach very well, he adjusts his distance, so it's very difficult to get inside of this guy. And he also has got a natural power, his upper body very massive, so the power is there. He's heavy-handed, The thing is that he's quite limited to the boxing, to be honest, and he's also, he tends to enter brawls, which can be slightly tricky here, because Nicolas Dalby, he's a very mobile fighter. He uses lots of footwork, wide base, he darts in and out quite quickly, He's got the speed advantage in this matchup. Like I said, it's going to be tough for Nicolas Dalby to get inside of Rodriguez's range because of this business on the strike, in the nature of power, like I said. But still, I think this fight is much closer than the odds are showing. I think Nicolas Dalby is going to fight smart here, because Daniel Rodriguez, his problem is probably the grappling, He tries to keep the fight standing, and when he goes to the ground, basically he tries to stand up. So I think Nicolas Dalby has a decent grappling advantage in this fight, even though Dalby is not the best grappler in the world. He does a fairly decent job to keep top position, land ground and pound, control the opponent, shoot again. So I think he's going to somehow get inside, try to take Rodriguez down. And the thing is that Rodriguez, he's not strong on the legs, He's strong on the upper body, but not on the legs. So I'm quite concerned. I think Dalby going to be able to take him down and hold top position for some time, Now, I'm quite honestly, it's quite confusing to bet this fight. I'm picking Rodriguez by decision. He could score a TKO, but I think most likely it's by decision, because Dalby's tough. I know he has been TKO'd his last fight with the smaller guy, but I think he's tough enough to endure here the volume. And I think in terms of bet, actually I'm betting Dalby, because I think he has a good chance of getting inside and holding Rodriguez down, or just making it, fairly even on the feet, even losing a little bit, but score takedowns, make it like a very close fight. So this is my prediction here. I think most likely it's Rodriguez by decision, but in terms of bet, there is value on Dalby in my opinion. and especially in the decision. You know, if you can get Dalby but plus 400, it's an excellent bet. So Rodriguez at plus 400, I like this bet. Now, if you like Rodriguez and you want TKO, try to search something high like plus 600, but I don't think you're gonna be able to find this line. You know, so my advice here would be, you know, basically you're either betting this in a prop bet to decision to either of these guys, or Dalby, or stay out of this fight. All right. Antonina Shevchenko versus Ariane Lipski. Shevchenko, she has got the Muay Thai credentials, you know, she's a good striker. She has good timing, she likes the long range weapons, you know, she likes to slip the first punch and come back with her combos, very much like her sister Valentina. But the thing is that this Shevchenko, she doesn't have the physical strength as the other Shevchenko. She also doesn't have that much grappling to back her up. Her takedowns are quite, you know, basic. I don't think she's got much of a takedown game and a grappling game. She has submissions on her record. I know that she's not bad, you know, but still I don't think she's much of a grappler. Ariane Lipski, this girl has so much potential. She's young, she's big, she's got a good technique, you know, she can go violent, you know, like she's the violent queen or the queen of violence. So she's got so much potential, but she didn't realize this potential yet, you know. Of course, she got an awesome submission in her last fight, but still her style is still developing. She kind of blitzes with some combos, but then she kind of shuts down out of nowhere. She doesn't use her wrestling well enough, her size. So it's a tricky fight to call this one. I'm picking Shevchenko by decision, but in terms of a bet, it's also again tricky. I would like for a decision, either of these girls in this plus 400 range like I put. But if someone's gonna finish this fight, to me, definitely gonna be Lipski. Especially if she comes somehow ready, she wakes up, she comes, you know, to brawl, to make it a, you know, a dog fight against Shevchenko. She's the favorite. Ariane Lipski would be if she can, you know, make it ugly against Shevchenko. But I'm not sure she's gonna, you know, I think she's gonna, if I'm gonna judge by the previous record or previous videos, she's gonna just try something from the beginning. Maybe Shevchenko gonna stuff her, then she's gonna somehow lose her composure and the fight can be close, you know. Still, I'm not betting this fight because I think it's weird to bet, you know. I would be betting Lipski if I could get her at plus 170 or something, but I don't think the line gonna climb up high like this. So I'm either betting this by decision or either I'm staying out of this fight. Joaquin Buckley versus Jordan Wright. Guys, I'm gonna call this fight quite straightforward. The way I see this playing out, I think Buckley gonna get to Jordan's right face and gonna land some bombs, you know, and I think Jordan Wright doesn't have the best chin in the world. He's got KO'd by Anthony Hernandez in a, you know, quite surprising way. The guy went out cold without some heavy shots or something. Jordan Wright has good kicks, you know, he's got good knee up the middle, good, you know, Muay Thai clinch with the knees, but I have seen mostly kicks from this guy. I don't think he has got much, you know, much of hands. So that's why that's how I see it. You know, I think Buckley, he's quite limited. You know, he's strong and he can go creative. There is this crazy knockout that he got, but I don't think, you know, he's not an outstanding striker or something. He's a basic striker. He has power. He's got strong hooks, and I think gonna be enough in this fight. Basically, if he goes ugly against Wright, I don't think Wright gonna be able to take the physical pressure. That's why I'm picking Buckley by TKO. In terms of bets, try to search prop bets like I'm putting here. I don't think there's much value on Wright. You know, I know there's some money coming on him. Maybe people think that because he can maybe keep range, you know, use the kicks and whatnot, but he's not that effective, you know. So if you're betting this fight, check for prop bets or stay out of this fight. This is not an easy fight it's not an easy card to bet, guys. Brandon Royval versus Brandon Moreno. This battle of the brand is gonna be awesome, guys. These guys are both coming for real. They're aggressive, they're young, they're hungry, they're super technical. They can do everything, you know. The raw dog guy comes forward, you know, he throw combos, he has good kicks, you know, strong knees up the middle, he can go creative, you know, flying knees, he can spin. So this guy is for real, you know, and he's not just sloppy coming forward and throwing these techniques. He has good timing on these things. So he's a dangerous fighter. Plus he has good grappling, you know, he can take guys down, he can take backs. So this guy's for real. Like I'm saying here, I don't see much mistakes on his side, you know, especially except for chin up, hands down, this kind of things, you know, and he can brawl a little bit, so he can get caught into shots under pressure. but still he does a great job under pressure. Also, he moves the head, knees come up the middle, he can shoot. So this guy is a very good fighter. The Assassin Baby, another awesome fighter. I can, you know, replicate my comments here. A little bit different styles. Moreno likes more like a technical fight in the middle of the octagon using his range. He has got better hands than Royval. He's got the reach advantage for the arm part. So straight punches, you know, heavy-handed guy. Not that heavy, you know, but heavy-handed enough. Moreno has power. He's also he's not an elite grappler, but he's a very high-level grappler. You know, his BJJ is awesome. He could hang with Formiga guys, so this guy is for real, you know. He has the grappling advantage here, which makes things even trickier. And the way I see this fight playing out, most likely, I think I see Moreno being able to land better the straight punches, especially because Royval, when he attacks, like I'm putting here, the chin is up, the hands are down. Of course, he tries to get inside, and he does a good job, you know. But I think Moreno has enough experience to time him, and I think Royval gonna eat some shots, or Moreno gonna be able to time him to take downs and play top position. So I'm picking Moreno by decision, but in terms of bet, since Royval is so unorthodox, he's such a great fighter. He can, you know, avoid these things that I'm referring to. He can, you know, make it a dog fight, throw his kicks. He can grapple with Moreno, you know, if he takes top position. Moreno, I think he has greater chance to reverse the position or something, but I think the raw dog gonna get to his face, gonna make it ugly. And Brandon Royval, he always fights his way in fights, so it's a tricky fight to call. Like I'm saying, it's Moreno my pick, but in terms of betting, I'm betting Royval at plus 160. I'm throwing 1% of my money there, and because I do think he has a good chance, you know, and he's always improving. Also, Royval, you know, so is Moreno, by the way. But still, I see this a great fight, and I think could be very close, you know. Now on prop bets, maybe this is the best way to go by decision. These guys, because both are so tough. If someone gonna submit the other, I think Moreno has more chance to submit, but Royval also has chance. He can hurt Moreno, take his back, choke him out. So anything can happen here. And like I'm saying, you know, most likely I'm gonna be betting more money on Royval about decision, or even Moreno by decision. Okay, guys, that was it for the prelims. There is also the early prelims to cover. I'm gonna be uploading the next video soon. Okay, if you like this what I'm showing to you guys, this is 8+ years of betting experience, like I'm saying. I think it's a good content that and I think it's, you know, somehow readable. If you have any suggestions for me, I'm open to those. Please leave your thoughts on the comment section. Also, please let me know how you're betting this card. And just to sum and to wrap this up, what we covered here was Daniel Rodriguez versus Nicolas Dalby. I'm throwing 1.5% of my money on Dalby at plus 250, based on the idea that he can get inside eventually, you know, take Rodriguez down, make it a close fight. I'm betting Royval. Similar thoughts, you know, I think Royval has a chance to get inside and somehow brawl, even though Moreno is a great fighter. Shevchenko versus Ariane Lipski. I'm not betting this fight. I would like Lipski if she climbs to plus 170. I don't think I'm gonna get this range. Then we also covered here. I think that was it, right? So the rest of the fights, they were covered on the main card. There's also the early prelims coming up. So if you liked this video, please subscribe, share with your friends, and see you next time. This is Roder Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.